Welcome to part 3 of building ourselves a red brick patio. And today there's going to be a lot of mistakes that we made. To catch you up, a day of pulling weeds from our plant beds in front of our house turned into building an entire patio. The vibe I'm going for is a red brick patio with lots of charm and character. Now let's start with the good news. We officially got the red brick pavers in. I have such a specific vision for this red brick patio. I looked at a bunch of local brick companies and I finally found the one that I loved. So now time for the bad news and all of my many mistakes. This next step that I was working on is not required for a paver patio, but I of course needed to take everything a little bit further. And I wanted to create a raised paver patio. So I wanted the patio to start from the driveway level, and then I wanted there to be a small step up to step onto the main portion of the patio that's right in front of that front window. And I basically did this whole next step with that in mind, all for it not really to work out. This is going to get really confusing. If you want to raise any section of your patio, you're going to need to get these types of concrete blocks and place them over an inch of gravel. We had looked online a lot how to do this, but we actually met someone at Menards that works in the industry and has done this for years and told us this direction too. So I kind of laid out all of the concrete blocks to build a border of where the raised section of the patio would be. The idea is that we would glue bricks on top of these concrete blocks, and then the inside will get filled with gravel and sand, how you would do a normal paver patio. And that way those concrete blocks were giving us stability, but also lifting the patio up a bit higher from the other section. Again, that probably sounds super confusing, and it's because it is. There were so many measurements involved, like how wide of concrete blocks we should purchase, and based on how deep we had dug and the width of the bricks we were using, based on the natural slope of our house because we were on a hill. So that kind of affects the way that we laid these pavers down and all of the measurements. As I laid these concrete blocks down, the most important thing was ensuring that they were level. So I had to go around with the level in each direction, adjust the gravel underneath, readjust the blocks. It was a whole back and forth. I was kind of losing my mind. Once I got that done, I just needed to move on to doing something for the red bricks. Like, I needed to see the red bricks come to life in some way. I moved on to this section where I wanted it to be level with the driveway. I started leveling it out with the 2x4, and then to properly paste pavers down, you need 1 inch of sand on top of your gravel, compacted and really leveled out. I used these plastic pipes to help me level them, and we literally worked on that throughout the whole night, just making sure that sand area was very level. In order for me to pave this small area, I needed to block off the section that was going to be the raised paver patio. So we used landscape adhesive, which is designed for gluing pavers and concrete. Once I had 2 layers of bricks glued down on top of each other for the area that I thought would be my raised paver patio section, we moved on to tamping all of the sand so that I could start laying pavers. Keep an eye out for part 4 where I actually start laying pavers down, and then when I realize all of my mistakes will catch up to me.